The work of a man whose attachments are sundered, who is liberated, whose mind is firmly fixed in wisdom, who does work as a yagna, it says sacrifice, but you can't really translate yagna, is dissolved entirely. Yagna is the topic of next week's class. When a person's work is dissolved entirely, then he becomes liberated. The first quality described in this verse is when one's attachments are sundered and she has no attachment whatsoever. Shri Krishna said before in the Gita, and will say again and again later in the Gita, that whatever sorrows we have are as a result of attachments. Secondly, when a person is liberated, then the bondages to both righteousness and unrighteousness fall off. The third quality is that one's mind should be firmly founded in wisdom only. We saw earlier that the definition of wisdom is moksha dehe gnanam, meaning when one's mind and intellect are steady towards attaining moksha. He has set his ultimate goal and goes in that direction without looking this way or that. This is single-mindedness. Such a person does work as a sacrifice, as a yagna, We must understand this properly. We've already discussed yagna in chapter 3, but here Shri Krishna is trying to say something new with reference to context when it describes these qualities in this verse. Shri Krishna is trying to say that every day, at every moment, energy comes to us. We are vessels that receive energy at every moment in the day. When you eat food, then you get energy. When you drink water, then you get energy. Even when you breathe during respiration, then you get energy and you release energy. Through many actions, we give and take energy. Where have we used this energy? Because energy comes and it goes as well. This energy is used in whatever actions we do, and the energy has come to be used. The energy is like a tumbler. Every day, energy gets added into it, and there'll be one day when all energy goes, yet energy keeps getting added into it. Until, while one has life, then energy will keep getting added from God. What will happen to this energy when it gets released? If you have not begun this energy in the right way, then it will come out as waste. If you observe life in very specific detail, then you understand that energy that God gives us, including bodily energy, mental energy, spiritual energy, material energy, wealth energy, power energy, beauty energy, knowledge energy, how are we using these energies that God is giving us? In society, the majority of people are not using, or they're misusing, or abusing this energy. A smaller amount of people do not even use this energy. The energy is therefore wasted in them. A lot of people misuse and abuse this energy. They use this energy where they should not be using it. As a consequence of this, there is turbulence in society. Energy is being filled in nonsensical ways. Psychologists say that children that are early teenagers are very naughty because they've gained so much energy at a young age. When they were small children, then they were really weak. Now they have the energy to do what they want, and that is why they start becoming naughty. This energy has come, but they do not understand how to use this energy for the right purposes. That is why you see that the majority of teenagers become very destructive. If you do not give them the right mold or the right channel in which to go, then they become destructive. You see some college students getting stones and throwing it at the head teacher's office. They have this energy, and this energy demands to get let out. It is like energy that's stored in a cooker. If it's not let out, then it will tear its way out. It will become destructive. But before this energy becomes destructive, one must use it for the right purposes for one's development, for society's development, and for spiritual development. This is called doing work as a yagna. We said earlier that the definition of yagna is not swaha, swaha. A yagna involves three things: Dev puja, worship of the gods; sangati karnam, gathering people for good noble purpose, like we're doing now; and dan, charity. Repeat again. Yagna involves three things: Dev puja, worship of the gods; sangati karnam, what we're doing now, gathering people for a good cause; and dan, charity, donations. We went into detail in them in chapter 3. The videos are on YouTube, so I won't go too much into them. Energy should be used for these purposes. The roots of a plant pull water and minerals from the ground. When the roots pull this, then the water travels up the plant to where it's needed. Now, how do the departments upstairs use the water? Have they used it to grow flowers? If they have not used that energy to grow flowers, then that energy will get stuck in the thorns of the plant. See, that's where thorns grow. The energy is there, and the roots keep sending up that water. The roots will not stop this activity. In the 15th chapter of the Gita, Shri Krishna says that our root energy is God and Parabrahma. Parabrahma keeps giving us energy. We have to make right use of this energy. Before the energy of actions turns into thorns, use it to make nice flowers bloom. This very nice smell will spread into your life. If you fail to thank God for giving you this energy and do not say your prayers, then this energy will be used in greed. There is very little difference between prayers and greed. Prayers are meant to be a way of saying thank you to God, but the energy that God has given you is not used to have this gratitude to God. The energy will be used for greed, and you'll stand in front of God like a beggar. This is because you will not have realized the energy that God has given you and used it for good purposes. Therefore, you will not have said thank you to God. Our scriptures say that if you do not use some of the wealth that God has given you for donations, then that wealth will eventually be wastefully spent. Donation is not about giving £2,000, £5,000. There should also be a donation of energy. If God has given you an ability, then you should use it for people who do not have that ability. This is a donation of energy and efficiency. This is a donation of your artistry. A person that does not do this will become a miser. Then God will start taking back some of the energy that He has given you. You become spendthrift and stingy. Using that energy for the right purposes is called yagna. Work as yagna is using energy for the right purposes before it gets wasted. When a person performs work as yagna, then his works or her works are dissolved entirely. How does a person perform a yagna? What is the mental state when she performs a yagna? I really like the next verse where Shri Krishna has described an ideal state, and we're going to go on to it in the next class when we discuss yagna. Next class is a very important class. We're going to discuss how a person can achieve spiritual success while living material life. And we discuss Srimad Adi Shankaracharya's Shankar Bhashya, perfect way where you can be in a house, a mansion, with all the riches, all material success, but you can still achieve spiritual success. And that's the focus of the class, yagna. And we focus more on this energy and the different ways you can have this energy. We look at breathing according to Hatha Yoga, like the physical yoga you see. We look at all the different types of yoga and the different types of yagna in detail. If you want to understand fundamental concept of Hinduism, yagna is one of the most unique fundamental concepts of Hinduism. We'll go through it in the next class.